Hello and welcome to Star Citizen. My name is Evenlease, and today I want to discuss your first entry into 3.23 if you haven't already gotten access. Now, obviously, there isn't really much difference between what you're going to see from 3.22 to 3.23, other than the background, of course. You got a big old distribution center here with a worker and an Ursa rover, which is pretty cool. Outside of that, you just go ahead and, I'd say, go into the options first. Make sure you change everything you want to change, from turning off this to disabling all the global camera shaking so you don't get sick while you're flying. So scroll down here and throw all of those down. After that, run over to graphics. Make sure you set it how you want it to set if you're going to be running Direct 3D, or if you want to move over to Vulkan, which Vulkan right now, I will let you know, it is a different graphics renderer, but it is currently just in major testing. It's not expected to get its multi-threading or anything until the next very big update, so 3.24. So it's probably advisable not to play on Vulkan long term, but it just depends on your hardware. Outside of that, you do have the new upscaling, so you could turn this on. You could use CIGs or FSR or DLSS, depending on whichever graphics card you have and which, you feel most comfortable with. Now, you could select one of these and then from there choose how you want to have it play out. Auto, quality, balanced, performance, or ultra performance, and see what works best for you. I have mine turned off for now because I feel like it's still kind of in its stage of testing, and I've done a little bit with it. Doesn't seem to do too much for me, so I'm going to wait on that. Quality, always set that to very high. No matter what your system specs are, very high is the best for you. Just so it puts as much as possible on the graphics card and not every single bit of, processing power on the CPU. It's hopefully going to make your performance better. The next few settings, it's up to you. I just keep them medium. Screen space shadows, I just leave that at high. I've kind of messed around with it a little bit. Doesn't seem to do much, moving that around. Planet volumetric clouds. Now, a lot of people will turn this off, but depending on the graphics card, you could have it on very high. Turning it off will give you a lot more, usability and FPS and all that, but it's not as pretty not having clouds. Photo mode is the renamed mode that is basically perfect clouds, mostly. It's like 92% perfect, I'd say, give or take. And they look really beautiful, but it really does kill your FPS. So unless you're running a hell of a rig, that's probably a mode you're going to keep off. I only turn it on for exactly what it says. Photo mode. Taking screenshots and, getting that perfect shot. Moving down, obviously, field of view. Move that where you feel comfortable. Motion blur, turn that off. VSync, off. Sharpening, chromatic, turn those down. Film grain. These are all personal preference, honestly, but I just have them all turned off. Past that, you're good to go on the settings. Now, you're going to head... love that. You press exit the menu and it asks if you want to exit the game. You'll hit persistent universe, or unless you want to just go play some game modes and not worry about the persistent universe. But once you go here, you're going to have your initial screen of choosing your character. So, you can go female or male. Obviously, I'm just going to go male. Now, from here, you have a couple different options. You can go crazy and really sculpt it how you want, choosing different heads and, merging things around. I typically start by just hitting randomize. Let's see where I want to be here. I kind of like... And this is like a regular randomize. Now, if I go to this one, randomize all, it's going to get pretty crazy. I'll try it really quick. Like that. Oh, that's interesting. Nice. I feel like I've seen this person before. No. Perfect. Let's see what we got here. I'll do that. Why not? I'm going to lock the skin tone. So that means whatever you do, you can change it to texture of the face, but it keeps the skin tone the same color. So I'm going to try to make this guy look so weird. Let's see here. There, I'm moving the skin tone. Freckles amount. Let's jump all these up. No opacity. Sunspots, no opacity. Look at this guy's face. Scary. Eye color. Let's see. We'll go all the way down here. Hair. I kind of like the way the hair looks right now. But facial hair. Should I keep it like this? I just want to make him look kind of crazy. So let's try... Yeah, we'll do this one here. Yeah, oh, wait, hold on. Oh, yeah. Now we're living it here. Okay, so eyebrows. Let's really thicken these puppies up, shall we? That'll be good. So now let's get the hair color. Let's see. I think that looks good. Let's do this. Do I want to do any sort of dyes? Maybe I do. What if we did... Oh my goodness. What did I just do? Oh, there we go. Okay, so... Now, these little buttons here, you can go ahead and move, do that and then apply from hair. So you're going to add it to there and then also add it to the eyebrows. So now everything's kind of matching. Crazy. You can get pretty nuts with this and change things completely how you want it to be. Obviously, right now, I'm just having fun, so this isn't a permanent character. Let's go with something like really dark. I'll keep it like this. And we'll make this... How about... Maybe we can try to match the hair a little bit. Oh, no. Oh, no. What does advanced do? Oh, okay. So opacities and stuff. Got it. Okay. So if you go to advanced, you can change the opacity of the makeup. You can make it really white or really green or whatnot. And really change the colors around. You want really sweaty looking wet, or do you want it to be smooth or a metallic finish? Let's go with a little bit of a metallic finish. Oh no. Perfect. Let's see. What should we do? How about... Oh, yeah. We'll go with blue. How about that? And then from here, once you're done, you could save your character if you wanted to, or you don't have to. Like for me, I'm not going to save him because this is just for the fun of it. I'm going to go ahead and hit review, hit accept, and that's my character. So from here, you can decide to play the tutorial, or you can watch a YouTube video and not have to worry about playing the in-game tutorial until it gets a lot more smooth. Now, one of the biggest issues in 3.23 is server performance. I say that like it's not been the big issue for many years on Star Citizen. Well, okay, servers have been an issue in Star Citizen, but the biggest issue in 3.23 is responsiveness to everything, even with the servers where they're at. So typically in 3.22, even if the servers were trash, you still had a lot of responsiveness and you're able to do everything you needed to do without it really giving you much issues unless the server was taking a complete crap. But it seems like the second the servers in 3.23 at the moment are online for more than 30 minutes, all responsiveness goes straight out the window. So obviously there's a bug or something there that's causing that. Hopefully they'll catch it sooner or later and fix it, especially before the live release. If they were to release this to live, it would be interesting because nobody would really be able to play. So let's go ahead and get into the game really quick, and I'll see if I can go over a few more things. Legitimately, it took about 5 minutes to get into the server. That's how responsive the servers are being in 3.23 at the current moment, which we all know isn't a permanent thing. Like I said, it's an error that's going to be fixed sooner or later, obviously, and things will be better. But we don't know how good until server meshing comes online, right? So again, if you've seen any of my previous videos, I've explained gear storage before. Now they actually have something that shows on screen that says offline for maintenance, which hopefully means we'll see the full functionality of this here before the live release, allowing us to get rid of the dreaded I menu and deal with all our local storage using the computers. A little bit more of a physicalized universe, right? Because that is the whole point of Star Citizen, is to be mostly physicalized and, as some people would say, a massive time sink in certain regards, which, it's to each their own, really. If I want to spend an hour loading cargo and having fun doing it while making a little bit of extra money, while the other guy gets to spend an hour while the cargo gets loaded and make less money, then I guess that's something I'll do and enjoy while others don't. And that goes for pretty much any other time sink in this game, right? I won't like some of the time sinks compared to some of the time sinks people do like. And that's what makes this game pretty crazy, is that it's a lot like real life, you know. I don't, you know, time sinks in real life, they're there every day. So we all deal with it differently. So it'll be interesting to see this release. Hopefully we'll see hangers and persistent hangers and all that come out with this, but so far, nothing. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put my helmet away because I look fabulous. Oh, no.
Last call for passengers. The
I thought it was leaving without us. Now,
please clear the hatch.
as you can see on the top left of the screen, they've been doing a lot of work on the... Doing a magic trick? Nah, it's just server responsiveness. They're probably already on here, but I'm not going to see them for a couple seconds. The mini-map on the top left, everything is getting better and better. If you read the patch notes, there is tons of performance fixes going into 3.23 every single day, so it's just one step at a time, really, at this point. But so far, I feel like from where I started 3.23, you know, the day before it was released to Wave 1, while it was still in Evo, I feel like it's already gotten pretty far. They are constantly working on Master Mode's balancing, which I am really not going to comment or even work on trying to see how Master Mode's really feels yet. Like, I'm not going to make any big videos on it until we get the 100%, well, the live build release, right? Because I don't want to make a video being like, well, this is what it is, and then 3 days from now or 2 days from now they completely change it again, and then it's kind of like just pointless information. I don't want to feed that to you guys. I'd rather feed information once we know a more solid answer for the live release, and then start feeding you guys the information so you don't have to be misinformed. Nothing worse than getting misinformation, going into a game, you know, when it hits live and being like, what? This is nothing like what he said, and I bought the ship, and et cetera, and I'm pissed. That's not what I'm here for. So, you'll be seeing or hearing a lot more about my balance and master modes and all that as soon as we have a bigger answer. Now, there's still a lot of things that they are really focusing on outside of, like, weapons and ammo and, you know, all the spool times and all that. But there's also just the performance fixes, the server fixes. And then if we were to go over, like, Vulcan stuff... What? Spaceport, please. I swear. And then, like, looking at the patch notes, 12 client fixes... like crashes, 9 server crashes, 2 server deadlocks, 4 Vulcan-specific crashes. They are getting so many crashes hammered out. I'm super, like, stoked about that. It's going to be really nice once they get this build and the servers 100%. Now, going over more information about 3.23 is, it's interesting because they're starting to update the audio of things like with the Gladius and, you know, hit sounds and all that kind of stuff. There's surprisingly a lot of people, like a lot of players around here. Or I'm just seeing the same people, but they're just, you know, lagging so bad, server response, that it's just popping up for me here and there. Anyways, okay.
Welcome.
One of the biggest things coming to Star Citizen is obviously freight elevators and persistent hangars.
Please visit us again.
Why did it just kick me out of that? Obviously, they're not in the patch yet. I'm still hopeful. I'm going to have this video up before the, you know, the roundup here today that's supposed to happen, showing us what is and isn't coming to 3.23. Work! So there's a good chance hangars are going to get pushed, which will make me extremely sad. But there's still a million
Welcome
great things
the
coming
ASOC
to
vehicle retrieval system.
this version of the game outside of hangars. And I'm not going to even bother with the ships right now. This is the server, connection stuff I'm talking about. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the MOBIGLASS. Like, this right here alone is already massively different. The information you see in front of you is a lot more viable, and it tells you everything, like where you're at, the loss, the book of law of where you're at, Crusader Industries. That's the territory you're in. Your current crime stat. If you're green, if you're red, if you have a crime stat, you got your heart rate, that's what's beeping right now. Your health, body temp, your O2 level, your drug level, radiation, and Atmos safe. So it's safe to breathe here. Thank goodness. Your gravity, notifications of things going on around you. Missions, if you have any missions, they're going to be here, tracked. And then you also have things like vehicles, ship information, like ammunition, fuel, ship data. So if I were to go here and select a ship, typically, I can't select one right now, but let me go back to this. Please connect to your ship. So I wonder... Oh, here it is. So there's a little drop-down menu. So if I was to connect to the Gladius, so that's not actually connected because I don't have it out. Let me try to call the Gladius and see if I can connect to the ship. I know this was not a functioning feature a few days ago, so now I'm going to check. But outside of just that initial screen of the MOBIGLASS, you also have the new map, the star map, which is getting better and better every patch, I tell you that. It's getting more responsive, less, jumpy, less laggy. It's very... This right here just frustrates me, and I'm going to start stuttering because of it. I just want the servers to respond to my actions. Because I'm telling you right now in 3.2.2, no matter if the server is at 2 FPS or 12 FPS, when you hit something, it does something. Typically, there's not a 20 or 30 second delay. So the delays, I want to stop talking about it. It's just hard to. Going back to it, you have your maps, which are getting just fantastic. You're starting to see a lot more stuff. And there's even certain things coming into play that are like, interesting. Substation security. So there's a chance we're going to see security checkpoints coming into play sooner than we think. Now, there's also things like, you can just click around and let's see here. Set route. Can I set the route yet? Let's see if I did that. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Boom. I just set a route. Ain't that awesome? Awesome. So, I think to clear the route to C. Yeah, they don't have that up here, but it is C to clear that route. And the same goes for everything else. You can just click around and then set a route. Just see that little circle. Just press the R key and it'll set a route right to where you have your circle. Isn't that just fantastic? So, with that, maps looks fantastic. You're finally be able to know where everything is. And if you, keep zooming out, you have a lot more viable information here. And they're starting to figure out how to make things a little bit more, readable. It's getting there. It's not 100%, but it's getting there. And then, just being able to... It just feels so much smoother, and like the information is more present compared to 3.2.2 and every version prior, right? So the star map, massive improvement, and something we've all been waiting for so long. And this looks beautiful. Like, ever since I played Mass Effect, I've been wanting something so much better for this game when it comes to the star map. And this is an amazing step in the right direction. Honestly, if this is what they gave us, and that was it, and they just started releasing more systems like Nynx and Odin and Pyro and all those, fine by me. Okay? Add some new things here and there, like not new places, but new features and stuff for the star map. But let's focus on getting some more locations out. Now, if I were to go to contracts, things here look majorly different too. So you have offers up top, which is where we're at. If you click here and go to unverified, that's kind of like your personal missions that you had prior in 3.2.2. So you go in here and, these things are more than likely not so legal, some of them, and could get you in potentially a lot of trouble. But if you go back to verified, these are, legitimate missions, and it tells you what they're worth right here. Or if you click on it, it'll show you more information on the top right, as well as what's going on here in the middle. And there's just so much presented to you now, and it just feels so much more clean than it did a week ago, and then what it has in the past, many years. And then any accepted missions will be here. And then once you've completed missions, they'll be stored here. And then, of course, you still have beacons where you can create a beacon, select the type of beacon, escort, medical, personal, the destination, all that kind of stuff. So good to see that these are all here. Now, if you go to the health screen, it's just kind of like a breakdown of your health in situation here. So conditions, effects, active drugs. It's a lot of information. And you could tell they're going to start adding environmental hazards more than there already is, because really the only environmental hazard is ripping your helmet off, right? Then you're going to start choking out and dying. I think that's really the only, well, that and falling in water. You can't really survive that in the game right now. Water, removing your helmet, but they're going to add more things like radiation and certain other things. Hopefully they have a whole sleeve of different type of environmental effects that could potentially mess with you. And even here in the Stanton system, it would still be really cool. So it doesn't have to be pyro. Hi, dude. And then you have of course, your chat screen, which, you know how chat is. So nothing really new there. Journal. So typical, all the things that kind of update here and there. I've never really used it in any other version of the PU, and I really won't use it now. I wish the journal was something you could use, personally. You can open up your own log and create, essentially captain's logs. That would be really cool. But this is basically what it is. It just updates you with certain things. Now, assets, these are basically your stuff around the verse, right? So anytime you go to a station and you buy something, you leave something, etc., etc., this is going to show you where that's at. And that goes the same for ships too. If you leave a ship somewhere, this is going to show you where it's at. So it's like knickknacks. It is knickknacks from the previous version, but it's just called assets now. It's quite interesting. And it shows a building here. So it's almost like assets. You can own your own apartment. Where's my condo off Microtech? So that's an asset, right? Next, they're going to have a page here called divorce lawyers for when you marry another player in the game and, you need to split your assets. Moving on to rep. This is when you do missions and stuff. You gain reputation with contract providers, bounty hunter providers, all sorts of stuff. So pretty cool. Obviously, I don't have anything right now because this is a fresh patch, so, haven't done anything. Wallet, this is basically where you can go to send money to somebody, just like in previous versions, but again, it's just been updated, so it looks great. Landing, obviously, when you're connected to your ship, you're on the ground, you're in your ship, you can go here to repair, restock, refuel, all that kind of stuff. And then vehicles. This is where you go ahead and modify your ships as long as they are delivered, but not called out. So as long as they're not on a landing pad, but they are delivered to the station, you can go here, change your weapons, all that kind of stuff. So if they're delivered, these will not be here, and it'll be, selectable. But right now, it's not delivered. So I'm going to close out of this really quick. Man, this has gone longer than I thought. I'm just sitting here monologuing the whole time. Trying to give you as much information I can when it comes to certain changes to the MOBIGLASS and everything. Didn't expect it to take 15 minutes, but you know what? Going through it, detailing it, 3.23 has made a lot of great changes, and it's good to talk about. I love a lot of the direction they're going. Master modes, I will say, some of it's confusing. I can't really get a good feel for it. And like I said, I can't really talk about the balance of it because I can't seem to get the correct responsiveness from the servers. I was in a Gladius and I was facing a prospector, an AI prospector, and I literally dropped all 2,000 rounds of my ballistic Gatling gun and probably close to 2,000 rounds of my laser repeaters into this thing, and it didn't even die. I took off some of its saddlebags, and then I sat still, and I let him shoot at me, and he killed me within about a minute. I was like, well, okay, there's something not right here. And I'm almost certain it was just the server performance. So it's kind of hard to test certain things right now while the server performance is where it's at, which is too bad. Hopefully they'll have that fixed here sooner rather than later. Other things currently, you got the quick action, F. So you can press F to buy something.
Hi.
There is certain things that are missing right now. Like there should be little tooltip cards that come up with this, like that new shopping experience. But I think they're having some issues with it, kind of getting behind certain items, so they yanked it for right this second. I know there's present on certain things, but just it's so random what it is present on. The next video I'm going to do, hopefully it's either going to be later today or tomorrow. Hopefully we'll have a better build out with more server performance, and I can actually show you a lot more stuff in game, because right now I'm kind of stuck. So this is the work in progress build video where you can see me struggling to even get a ship out of the hangar, which is too bad. It really is too bad. There's so much I want to just go out there and show you guys. So I really appreciate all of you. Really do. Let me see if I can pull this ship out here and show you the sounds on the Gladius, and maybe show you a couple other things before we call this a video. I think I made my character to look like a leprechaun or something by accident, and I didn't mean to, but I still think the character creator stuff is pretty cool, so it's going to be interesting. I've already seen quite a few cool designs come out of people making a lot of the CIG employees, which, like Jared, that's just awesome. And then I saw one of Chris Roberts as well, so it's going to be interesting. I really want to see someone make a Malcolm Reynolds from Firefly or Serenity. That would be really coal. Ooh, yeah, server responsiveness. Love it. I'm going to start this ship up really quick and show you what it sounds like. I have my in-game volume turned down a notch, so hopefully you can still hear it. Let's go ahead and check it out really quick. Let me turn on power first.
You are clear to launch.
And that right there's a visual glitch, by the way. So if you see that box above the Gladius, that's a visual glitch. It happens with the Gladius, I've noticed. But you can run through it. It won't hurt you. So turn on the engines. Okay. Turn on the engines. 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 Hello? Okay. Server responsiveness. Gotta wait a second. Okay. Hopefully we'll be able to turn on the engines here and see what it sounds like. Ooh, there it goes. And that would be me boosting the hell out of it. This thing sounds fantastic, by the way. Oh, look at that. You can see a planet over there, or a moon. Fantastic. And there's the space station. They really did update the distance slots, and you can start to see a lot more stuff out there. Like, I think right there's a ship. If I'm not mistaken, that's a ship. That's super cool. And then I think over there is another planet somewhere right there, or a moon. There's just so much cool stuff coming to 323, and I'm super excited for it. Let me switch over to nav here. So they're starting to change some of the symbols of things that you can jump to, like Seraphim is now like a square shape, and then you hit mouse button 1 and hold it to go ahead and jump. I actually really like that. So I'm going to hold that now, wait for the server to respond, and it should automatically jump me. I hope it doesn't jump me, but hopefully it jumps the ship. We'll see. Whenever the server wants to. That's all what it's about. So it's actually quite interesting. The markers disappear, as you can tell, when you're not looking directly at them. So typically your screen isn't going to be flooded with markers unless there's just a lot of locations in front of you. And then, yeah, there probably will be. Why am I not jumping yet? Come on. Gotta love it. Oh, it reset me. Wonder why. Probably the server. Server was like taking a major crap and now it's working good. Let's see what happens here. Oh, it's just I'm gonna take it and put it in nav flight. And I'm gonna jump it right back to quantum here and see if it might fix it. Alright, let's see. Oh, nope, it's still doing it. See? The servers are just no good right now. It's just gonna keep locking it and kicking it back, isn't it? We're gonna see. Is it gonna work? Maybe the servers now are like, okay, maybe it will work. That's an interesting problem there with servers having an issue that it kicked me out of. Yeah, see, it just keeps kicking me back. And you know, it sucks to show you this portion of the game where they're having issues with the servers right now, but it's also good to show you because not everything's perfect in alpha testing, even as some people would say after 10 years. I don't want to get into that because I just don't. It's not an argument that is understandable by both sides. Now it's just telling me, okay, I'm going to try jumping somewhere else and see if that might do it. Crew L2. Let's give it a shot, shall we? I think the servers are just no good for me right now, which is too bad. Well then, I don't want to make this video go longer than it probably should, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to slow it down really quick, which right now I'm using the new cruise control that not many people seem to like. It's so easy to use, though. I will tell you... Oh, there it goes. Random. I'm going to have it stop, though. Or not. I'm going to be in gun mode. This is a responsiveness issue right here. So, the... I'm about to be ejected out of this because I just shut off engines and power, but once it goes through, we'll know. And then what I'm also going to do here is, so I can actually talk to you without everything going haywire at once. There it goes. So cruise control is actually really easy to use. Right now I have it turned on, just left Alt-C, and then it still shows my hangar. That's how I like the responsiveness. Oh, there I go. Yay! These servers, man. Oh, I can still smile and laugh about this because I know this is just a part of the process as I tumble in open space right now. I don't even want to get into cruise control. That's going to be the next video. Hopefully we'll have a better update from CIG today. It's going to be today when this video releases. So thanks again for watching, guys. Today was mostly about the MOBIGLASS and the server issues and kind of the potential drawbacks right now in 3.2.3. You know, comment down below, has this been generally your experience if you've been playing Wave 1 or, you know... Oh, there we go, we're back online. Stop spinning, please. Thank you. You know, it's understandable right now because of how big of an update this is. They are changing the formation of everything. It's a completely new game. You know, I'm in the Gladius, but it's not attaching to... Oh, there goes my... Okay, so... Adding insult to injury, I've lost my mouse cursor. Let's see if I can get it back. I don't think I'm going to get it back. Okay, so... Yeah. Which is too bad. I was hoping to see if I can get this, you know, connectivity thing out, but it's just not there yet. So yeah, I mean... That's where we're at right now, but they're changing the landscape of everything with Star Citizen in 3.23, which is due to release within the next 30 days because they want to get it out before Invictus. So expect there to be a lot of major updates within the next 2 to 3 weeks, including potentially, we'll see later today when the roadmap comes out for 3.23 and 3.23.1, if we will be seeing hangars and persistent hangars, or freight elevators and persistent hangars. Gosh, I hope so. Thanks again for you guys for watching. Wasn't the most exciting, but it's good to talk about these things. And I will see you guys in the next video.